Awesome, 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 awesome. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening. I believe you can hear me loud and clear. All right, if you can hear me loud and clear, please go to the comment section and type in 777. I want to make sure they can hear me loud and clear. Let me just notify every other person in the comment section in the group that the live stream have started. Let me inform people. Just give me time. Awesome. Awesome. Yusuf, good evening. If you can hear me loud and clear, please type in 777. Good evening. My name is John Bosco. I'm actually doing this live show from the city of Lagos. I'm excited. I'm excited. Awesome. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. All right. Okay. Let's just give me a little bit time. All right. Okay. Okay. Happy Sunday. How is our week going? I know you guys are doing well. I just want to use this opportunity to say good evening to everyone and happy Sunday. Welcome to a new week. Today is Sunday, which is the 27th of August, 2023. A new week, and this week we're going to be entering September, and also happy new month in advance. And this is going to be an interesting week because I will have NFP this Friday. I'm excited to see how that plays out. I'm excited. I'm excited. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just joining us live, please, I want you to do me a favor. Just click on the like button. Now, if you click on the like button, it helps YouTube to, take this video viral, to take it to people who are interested, people who want to learn how to trade Forex. I just want you to click on that like button, click on the subscribe button, and turn on the post notification. Now, this YouTube channel is not just only about Forex trading. If you check this YouTube channel, I also create content about cryptocurrency because I believe cryptocurrency investment is the future. It provides opportunity for everyday individuals so that whatever amount of money that you have today, you can start investing in cryptocurrency. And that is why I'm excited about the industry. So all I want you to do is to, like our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and turn on the post notification because you don't know when I'm going to put out content of, coin or anything I'm looking at in the cryptocurrency industry or even in the Forex market. So today we're going to be looking at we're going to be looking at the chart. I'm going to be saying some certain things in this live session. I'm going to be looking at some common psychology you need to work on. Now, I'm also going to share some deep truths about the Forex market. Now, this deep truth is something that you might not commonly hear it. I'm not saying that people are not saying it, but sometimes it might be difficult for you to hear it. So I'm going to be saying those truths tonight. I'm going to be saying those truths because you need to also tell yourself the truth. Because for you to make money in the Forex market, it's not just about you, it's not just about you buying a course or buying any training material. It's also about you as a person paying the price to study the chart for yourself. I don't know how much you have spent in chart this weekend. Some people will say, you don't need spending hours on the chart is not good and all of those things. I want to tell you something. I want to solve that discrepancy we're having. Now, studying the chart is not the same as placing trade. Like, is when you are placing trade all the time, that is when you have a lot of problems. But when you are studying the chart, learning things for yourself, because why? The truth is, there are some things you can learn for yourself. Nobody will teach you. That is what you need to know. There are some things you will learn about the Forex market. Nobody can teach you that. You have to be the one to teach yourself. And that is why you need to study the chart to know those things for yourself. So I'm going to go straight into the sharing of my screen. I don't want to waste much time, so we can actually end this live session on time. Let me just share my screen right away. Oh, okay, sorry. Let me just share my screen right away. I believe you can see my screen right there. I believe my screen is showing. Okay, all right, my screen is showing audibly. All right, I'm going to be showing, going through the chart. Last week I made a loss of 1% because of I was actually expecting Euro USD to go up, in as much as the market has not shown me a sign that is about to go up. But because of, let me share something with you. Let me say this. Now, if you have a particular buyer, for example, you conclude that the market is going to do this at a particular level. Let's say you conclude that the market is going to drop at a particular level. The truth is that is the only thing you'll be seeing. You will not be seeing any other thing that will happen. So what you see is what you do. So because I was actually seeing that Euro USD was going to go up, that was what I was seeing in my mind. And and that was what I was seeing, and that affected what I did, which is taking action in the chart by placing trade. And guess what? When the market has not fully shown me a sign of going up, now because you are seeing buy, any pullback the market did is actually it actually creates that pleasure for you to buy. Now, if you're just joining us live in this session, I want to say welcome and good evening. And do me a favor, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, and turn on the post notification. So I'm going to go straight into the chart to show you some of the things I'm going to be looking for this week. I'm going to be looking at this week. So this is DXY, as I always like to start from DXY because I like trading dollar pairs, and I like looking at DXY. And since I like trading dollar pair, DXY is actually my go-to, instrument, or my go-to chart I look at whenever I want to trade dollar pair. So if you look at on last week, I was actually expecting sell from here. Now this was where I was actually expecting sell. Now because I was expecting sell at this region, that was the only thing I was seeing. Based on looking at, we have a structure there that broke a structure below. Now that doesn't mean that sometimes that the market cannot get there and start selling. The market can get there and start selling, but I just want you to understand that sometimes it does not happen that way. That's what you need to understand. Sometimes it does not happen that way. But if you look at the way the market has been reacting in the past weeks, looking at that drop, let me show you something. As you can see, looking at the way the market has been reacting, we actually created this supply level and went down, and created this supply level and went down, and created another supply level and went down. As you can see, the previous two supply level we created in the past, the market has not, the market has not come to that particular region since that time. The market has not gotten there since that time. Whereby that the market has not retested it. Let me use that language. Some people can call it liquidity grab, or I also say the market has not retested it, because all of those things are the same thing, just different ways people interpret things. So looking at what is happening in the chart, and this is what I am looking at. I'm expecting the market to tap into this weekly supply level, whereby I expect DXY to be bullish this week, though anything can happen as well. But I expect DXY to be bullish this week to tap into this supply to be able to go down. Now, all I need to do is to always look at the market. Now, one of the things I'm going to be doing is always look at the market, whereby I'm not going to have this mindset of this is where the market is going to do this. No, our response in the market is supposed to be, once this happens, this is what I will do. Now, that takes me to the next thing I'm about to say, which is what? Your trading plan. Now, I don't know if any of you in this live session has a trading plan. If you have a trading plan, can you type in 1 on the chat box if you have a trading plan? If you have a trading plan that you used to trade, just type in 1 on the chat box. If you have a trading plan, just type in 1 on the chat box. I want to know people that have trading plan. I believe some of you have been hearing trading plan. I just want you to type 1 on the chat box if you have a trading plan. Let me just say, I want to know if you have it, because it's another thing to have a trading plan. It's another thing for you to obey your trading plan. So I want to know if you have your trading plan. Okay, Uche Eza says he has a trading plan, but I don't know if you, Uche, obeys your trading plan. Okay, Emmanuel says that he has a trading plan. Now, based on I can see quite a number of people have a trading plan. Now, I don't know if you have written that what you just did about your trading plan was to write it. Now, what I did on my trading plan was not just to write it. I decided to make sure that, that trading plan is always with me, is around my environment, whereby that I can always see my trading plan and execute my trading plan. Now, let me show you something. This is my trading plan. I don't know if you can see. This is my trading plan because it's always with me. I have to go and print it out. I have to go and laminate it, whereby that when I wake up in the morning, it's always in my trading decks. Once I wake up in the morning, before I take any trade, I go through them. I read them. It's always in my mind. Now, this is my habit. I have a trading plan and I have a habit. Now, why did I put a habit like this? There are some habits we traders exhibit when we are trading. Whereby that some of those habits you don't even know when you do it, and sometimes you tell yourself, "I will not do this thing again," and you find yourself falling into that same thing that you say you will not do. It even happened in our personal lives. So one of the things that this thing can do for you is to be able to create an environment that can help you to know the mistakes and what you ought to do. You see, let me tell you something. If what you do in the market is to be chasing price anywhere price is going, you're going to make a lot of losses. All you ought to do is that once the market do this, this is what I'm meant to do. Now, you execute based on your trading plan. It is automatic. And that can help you to eliminate a lot of or fear of missing out, or fear of losing. All of those things can help you. Maybe in another video, I'm going to talk about how to, some of the things you need to put together for you to have a trading plan. So now, one of the things in my trading plan is, now, in as much as I'm expecting for the market to sell here, I'm still open for anything that happens. Because why? I am not the people that moves the market. I don't move the market. All I do is for me to take advantage of people who move the market. Like, for example, institutions that move this market, all I need to do is to be where they are so that I can trade the market profitably. Like I said, I'm actually looking for a sell when the market gets to this high. Let me show you. This is where potentially we can see a sell. Potential. Let me use that word, potentially. But guess what? We can still push up onto this level. So now my trading plan says that there is no way for me to be able to say, okay, the market is going to drop here. No matter, in as much as there is also likelihood that the market can still drop there, but we don't still know when the market is going to drop until the market shows us sign that it's going to drop. And what that thing can do for you, it will eliminate a lot of ego, and it will also eliminate a lot of errors from your trading. So this is what I'm looking at. DXY is still bullish. So potentially we're going to be tapping into 105.685 or even 105.098. That is on the DXY, because you can see we have been bullish for how many weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 7 weeks we have been bullish. So, and guess what? I still expect this bullishness to continue. So all I need to do is to follow the trend. All I need to do is just to follow the trend. So, like I said, I'm not here to keep predicting the market, what it will do or what it will not do. What I'm doing is that based on my trading plan, once this thing happens, this is what I'm meant to do. So, and if and that was what happened to me last week. I said that in as much as you say you will not do some things, there are some things will happen. You go against your rule, but we are humans. We are not robots. But we need to also be kind of like mindful of those things. I also need to. I will show you guys my trading journal, because I always make a video of my journal every Wednesday and Sunday, journaling, making video of the trades I take or some of the things I do. It's also helped me to put myself in check. This is how to become a better trader. This is how to become a better trader. This is how to become a better trader. So if you look on a daily, as you can see, if you look on a daily on DXY, you can see what is going on right there. You see that area I was expecting a sell. There was a crazy reaction that happened. You can see there was a lot of reaction. But because that level was not the level was not too strong to push the market down, that is why we continue bullish. So what could possibly happen? We can see a lot of things happening, which is for the market to continue bullish, to be able to take out some of the take out some of the, two things that could happen on open the 4 hours, so I can show you. Oh, my network is a little bit poor this evening. I don't know if I'm still online. Okay, I'm still online. Okay. Okay. And my network is a little bit poor, guys. Okay, I'm back. My network is a little bit poor. I don't know. I was trying to connect it. All right. If you're just joining us live, I want you to do me a favor. Click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, and turn on the post notification. Once you do this, it helps a lot of people to see this video so that they can learn a lot of things in the financial market. Now, looking at what is going on the 4-hour time frame on DXY, possibly there are a lot of things that could possibly happen, whereby that we can see a lot of reaction. But these are some of the things I would do. Like I said, once the market do this is what I'm going to do. The market can start tonight and start going up. That's one thing that will happen. But do I have a plan of a market that will start going up? I don't have a plan for that. Now, what will I do? Now, if the market comes down to this place, for example, comes down to this place, I have the moral right to buy it. I have the moral right to buy it. Why do I say that I have the moral right to buy it? Because why? My trading plan says that this is where we are buying. Why are we buying there? We are still bullish. That's the trading plan. Now, you can imagine that, I just start buying here. So, and another reason why I'm also buying here is that this is a demand level, which the market can pull back and start pushing up. And again, another possible thing that could happen is that the market might not drop to that level. I use the word might because why? If you look at the way the market closed on Friday, we created two highs. The market can just tap into this. Okay, let me just go to 1 hour time frame. In as much as I don't like going to 1 hour time frame, or let me just go to 15. I don't like going to lower time frames. I don't like it at all. But because of what I just want to explain, I just want to show you something. I want to see myself making 200 to 300 pips, whereby that I am not meant to be trading every day. I don't want to find myself trading every single day. But if you look at the way this the market closed on Friday, there was a news that happened at 3:05 p.m. on Friday, whereby the chairman of the Federal Reserve made a statement, and we created this low, and that low we created caused a break. We actually take out this high. There could be a possibility whereby that the market can just drop to this low and guess what? Push up. Now, for me to take trade at this level, I'm going to risk a very low amount of my capital. There is also a possibility the market can push from there. Now, if this low, you can see it's very visible on the 15 minutes time frame, but if you go on the 4 hours time frame, it's not that visible. What you can only see there is weak. The only thing it created was a wick. So that is why I'm also mindful of that level, whereby that the market can still tap into that level and push up. And once the market tap into it, and I look at the 2 hour candle close, and I see that 2 hour candle closed in my favor. Guess what? I'm taking a buy trade, and I've already defined my stop loss and my take profit because we are still on an uptrend. All I need to do is to keep following the trend until we are wrong. But for you to be able to determine, oh, the market has extended heavily, we are meant to drop, you can't determine when the market will drop. That's the truth. All we need to do is to keep following the trend until we are wrong. And that's the only thing I will say. So that is all for DXY. So looking out for Euro USD, let me go on the weekly. You can see what is going on the Euro USD on a weekly time frame. You can see there's a possibility we can tap into 1.06697 by this coming week. There's a possibility, but we can actually have a major pullback here. It's also a possibility. You need to understand that a lot of things can happen in Forex. So, you don't just have one bias. All you need to do is to keep following the trend of the market as the market is printing those things. So looking at what is going on right here, on the daily. As you can see, looking at the daily, we are bearish. So if I go on the 4 hours, where is the good areas I can be able to take my sell? So this was the high that we created. This is the news that happened on USD on Friday. Like that was the area I showed you on DXY. So if we had a pullback there, there's a possibility we can drop. But the one that is more visible, the kind of entry that will make so much sense, whether that it has about 70 to 80% probability, is this high on top. So this high on top here, if the market gets to this high on top here, for us to take a sell is actually a good area to take a sell. Because why? You can see this is a very beautiful supply level. Like this supply level is a weak supply level. It's not a very strong supply level of which the market can just keep going up. All we need to do is to be mindful. Just keep following what the market is doing. And that is why I like looking at higher time frame structures. You see why I told you guys I made a mistake? Not really a mistake. It is normal because sometimes it can happen. But for you to be able to, manage your risk and have higher win rates, you can see what I did. What I did that last week, that was a structure. Let me show you very clearly for you to see that. For you to see what I did. So because there was a demand level here, let me show you that demand level. Because there was a demand level here, let me go back to 4 hours. And I was like, okay, if this market gets to this demand level here, that the price was going to push up. But look at what price did. Now, price has not shown a sign of bullishness. We are still bearish. But look at what price did. Price just push up and guess what? Massively break that low. But if, for example, I allow price to push up, showing me a sign of bullishness, all I needed to do was to wait for a pullback on a lower time frame, on a demand level, on a lower time frame for me to take a buy. With that, I've been able to increase my win rate. I'm not been able to take this loss. I'm not saying this because I want to avoid loss. I'm not avoiding loss. But I'm saying this because why? This is how to trade. You need to allow the market to show you a sign of what it wants to do before you pull trigger. You don't just, make a decision where the market have not shown you what to do. But imagine if I was focusing on sales, I was focusing on selling. If I was focusing on selling, I would have taken this sell. I would have also taken this sell. But I wasn't focusing on selling because why? My mind has already started seeing buy. And the only thing I was seeing in the buy, remember that any movement happening in the market, I was actually seeing a buy. So that is why it is important to keep on following trend until you see that the market has completely broken the trend and is about to go to another direction. So this is what I have to say about Euro USD. We are still bearish, but the two possible areas I'm looking at for a short is this high and this high. The last one is the higher probability. The first one is a weak high, whereby that we can actually drop from there, but the one that has high probability is the second one, whereby that once the market get there, we can see a massive sharp drop. You understand? So that is all for Euro USD. So let me go to other pairs. I'm actually having some network issues. I don't know if you can hear me clearly. My MT4, my MetaTrader 4, sorry, my trading view is actually loading slowly. I don't know if you can hear me. All right. If you're just joining us live in this show, I just want you to click the like button, click the subscribe button, and turn on the post notification. I think the reason why we're having these network issues is because of rain. It has been raining since it just started raining this evening. That is why we're having this issue. Okay. All right. I'm trying to see. I can just. All right. So this is AUD USD. All right. Let me show you AUD USD. Let me start from the weekly for us to see what's going on AUD USD. Looking at weekly on AUD USD, we actually closed bearish. After having some bullish movements, you can see the bullish movement. We just pushed up, and guess what? We closed bearish. But if you go on a daily, you can see what we're actually doing. The market is actually still bearish. We have not turned bullish. This is a pullback. Don't just conclude that this is going to be a bullish sign. No, this is not a bullish sign, because why? This is still a pullback. Why am I saying it's a pullback? Because why? It's happened. We are still at this low. This is where we are at. This is where the market just got to. So since we are still here, I still see all of those movements as a pullback movement. We can possibly see the market continue going to the downside on AUD USD. So, but if you go on the 4 hours, which areas am I looking for a sell? You can see these are 2 areas I'm looking for a sell from this week, which is this one right here. You can see this one right here. It makes sense to sell from there, and also on top, it makes sense to sell from the top. But the question is this: are we going to get to this top? Possibility we might get to the top, and there's a chance that we might not get to this top. So, but these are the 2 areas that are good for me to look for a selling opportunity on AUD USD. So I'm still buying. Last week we closed bearish on the weekly time frame, signifying that there are more sellers in the market. Sellers are still in the market, so we are not anything bullish at the moment until we see a sign that we are bullish. So even if you go on the 4 hours, you can you might maybe raise an argument. We broke a couple of highs, we broke a couple of highs on this AUD USD. We broke this high, and we broke this high. You can even argue with me that breaking all of those highs can be a bullish sign. Well, I'm not here to debate with anybody. All I do is to just keep the trend and what the market is saying until I'm wrong. That is just what I'm meant to do, because that is what my trading plan says. My trading plans did not say I should predict. Just say if the market do this, this is what you are meant to do. So that is just what my trading plan says, not to predict the market at all. So I'm not here to predict the market. So once I see the market coming to this high, coming to this high, I'm going to look for if I'm going to see opportunity for me to be able to take a sell. Yeah, if possibility for me to take a sell to this low, which is at 0.663638. So I'm going to be looking at to see those areas. I didn't take much trade last week. I only take a trade on Euro USD and AUD USD. That was on Monday. Then on Tuesday I took Euro USD. Euro USD messed up the whole thing, but I made about 100 pips on AUD USD, but Euro USD messed up the whole trade. But it is what it is. Just how I do my trading until I see opportunity in the market. All right. Okay, let's go to another chart. So this is gold. Looking at gold on the weekly time frame, we had a very nice reaction from that particular, from that low. I was actually expecting the market to react. We had a very nice reaction. But looking at the way we close on the daily, we close with a body close on the daily. We close with a body close on the daily here, meaning that there's a possibility this coming week we might have a pullback down to this low on gold. Possibility is there, because why? We cannot just decide that this one bullish weekly candle is a sign of bullishness, because why? Looking at the way we just closed here, we just closed bearish, and this can be a pullback for a sell. So, and again, considering the fact that DXY is still bullish, it can also be a possibility as well. Looking at where the previous weeks, we have just been bearish. You can see we tap into this big supply area. You can see this big supply area, and we have been turning bearish. So we can't just say that just one candle, this one weekly candle, is a sign of bullishness. We can even see gold start tapping into 1809. The possibility is there because of what is happening. So this is what I am saying. The market always change directions. All you need to do is just to keep following market direction until you are wrong. So looking at it on the weekly, I'm actually seeing more bearish. In as much as last week we had a bullish movement. So if we go on the daily chart on gold, you can see on Friday we closed bearish. And you can see on Thursday we pushed up and closed with kind of like a little bullish candle. This is like a kind of a little bullish candle, but there's no momentum, unlike what happened on Wednesday. Then on Friday we traded up and had a massive push to the downside, and we closed bearish. A kind of a bearish candle. Then if you go on the 4 hours, you can see that we're actually building you can see the momentum for a short. There's a momentum for the market to go to the downside. You can see the market creating you can see price creating structures of bearish movement. You can see this high, you can see a low, you can see a lower high, you can see a lower low. So if we had a lower high, you can possibly see gold dropping back down to 1886. You can see gold going down to 1886. So possibility, I'm going to be taking short. If gold gets to 1922, I am going to be selling gold because this is what my trading plan says. My trading plan did not advise me to take trade and now anywhere right now on gold until it gets to this high. This is where I can only execute. Now, one thing I've seen in Forex is that no matter the price you set for the market will always get there. If, for example, you're looking for the market to get to price 10 times, it can always get there 8 times. So if, for example, you take 8 trades and win 5 and lose 3, you are a very profitable trader if you have a proper risk management. That's one thing about it. So for me, there is no, if you're trying to chase the market, chasing it where if it's running up or if it's running down, you can always make mistakes. But if you're waiting for the market to always come back to a demand level or a supply level, there's a chance you always be in the right, you always be at a direction whereby that the market will not hurt you deeply. This is one thing I've noticed. I'm actually giving you these tips so you can actually learn from it. So this is USD JPY. We are still bullish on USD JPY. You can see the way we close on Friday on weekly chart. I'm very bullish on USD JPY. Very bullish. There is nothing bearish on USD JPY. So going back to the daily, we had some reaction. I was actually looking at those reaction as a reversal reaction. But the way we close and looking at what is going on in DXY, I'm actually still bullish on USD JPY. So this week we might actually see a kind of pullback, and for us to continue going to the downside, going to the upside. So this is the first area I'm expecting the market to get to, which is 145.771. This is the first area, or the market gets to 144.617. I don't think the market will get to this low, but possibility is still there for the market to get to this low before going up. There's a possibility. But let's see what the market does. Like I said, we don't predict the market. All we are doing is that once the market do this, we'll do that. Now, why am I saying this? I'm currently reading a book called Atomic Habits. In one of the topics James Clear talked about in his book is something called implementation intention, meaning that if this happened, this is what I will do. And I think that model will actually help Forex traders. Now, this is how your trading plan is based, because the market is always moving. The question is, where are you going to take your trades? If you're taking trade anywhere, it's actually going to be a huge, it's actually not going to make sense for you on the long term. Whereby you can actually, by mistake or by luck, enter into a good trade and make money and thinking that is a good habit. But it's not a good habit, because why? You're actually building a bad habit. All you need to do is to know when to enter trades, when not to enter trade, by looking out for what the trend is doing, by having a rule. It is called trading plan. This is what I'm meant to do when this thing happens. So I'm still bullish on USD JPY. Then the next pair I'm looking at is USD CAD. I'm still bullish on USD CAD, as you can see, but I'm not going to take any trade on USD CAD. Now, why did I say I'm not going to take any trade on USD CAD this week until I see USD CAD turn bearish? Looking at where we are on the USD CAD, as you can see, we have kind of like tapped into a supply level, a weekly supply level, which a lot of things can happen here. I'm going to be waiting patiently to see what is going to happen. If the market break up, I see a clear sign of bullishness, I'll continue being bullish. If the market turn bearish, I see a clear sign of bearishness, I'll just turn bearish. So I'm not going to be taking trades on USD CAD, but in my opinion, this market is still going up, but I don't want to take any trade because of where it is. It's at a very, very important area, which is at a weekly supply area. Even if you go on a monthly, it's also at a monthly supply area. So I'm not going to be taking any trade on USD CAD. So the next pair I'm looking at is Bitcoin. If you remember last week, I was actually saying that uh, uh, Bitcoin can be bullish or bearish. I was on a Bitcoin trade that was on Thursday, but I've actually closed it. But I'm still in opinion that Bitcoin will still go down because if you look at how we closed this week closed last week closed bearish. Now this is a sign of bearish continuation. Yeah, it's a sign of bearish continuation in Bitcoin. So if you're holding Bitcoin or holding cryptocurrency, there's going to be a continuation of the selling. The continuation of the selling will happen. So I'm actually expecting price to push up to this level, for price to come back to this place by next week. This is what I'm looking at, for us to push up back to 26,000 and fall back to 19,000. Bitcoin is going to drop. Yeah. So looking at it on the weekly time frame, Bitcoin is going to have a sharp drop this week or maybe next week. But potentially, I'm seeing a sharp drop to 19,600 on Bitcoin. I'm seeing a sharp drop of 19,600 on Bitcoin. So that's all. So, one of the things I want to share, these are the truths about Forex market. You need to understand the truths about Forex market. Like, the truth is, you need to pay the price to learning. In as much as the cost you have purchased, in as much as anything you have done in the past, but you need to pay the price to learn the chart. I'm not saying you should be trading, always trading, always trading. That is not what I'm saying. Study the chart to know what it's doing. Anything you focus on expands. And one of the things that can help you so well is for you to start journaling and start recording your trades. You can imagine if you're recording your mistakes, and every single week before you trade anything, you look at your mistakes, all your trading mistakes, all the errors that have cost you losing money in the past. There's a lot of things it will cost for you. I'm not saying you will start winning, but it will make you to be able to know what is working and what is not working, and also record those things that work well for you. What I'm saying now is so casual. You might not take it serious, but for you to build consistency and get results as a Forex trader, you need to pay the price. Everybody usually celebrates success. For example, so many of you might know of a guy called Jeffrey Benson. Some of you might be celebrating him or fantasizing to be like him. But guess what? You don't know the price he paid in learning and studying to get to that level. And you think by just watching him live or just buying his course, all of a sudden you start making money like him. It's not true. You have to pay. Go and ask him. He will tell you. You have to pay the price of learning, discipline, and consistency. You have to do it yourself. That is trading. Nobody can do it for you. Nobody can do it for you. You have to do it yourself. All of those things boils down in experience. Experience can teach you a lot of things in anything you are doing. For example, imagine me wanted to become a doctor or wanted to, recommend any health product for anybody. I would do so bad because I don't know anything about doctor. But imagine I'm being called to talk about financial market. I can say a lot of things about financial market and the world economics because I have been in this industry knowledge. I've been able to build career capital. There's a book I read by Cal Newport. Is so good that you cannot be ignored. That is the name of the book. Now, in one of the chapters of the book, the guy talked about building career capital. You need to build career capital, and career capital has to do with experience. It has to do with experience. And one of the book I'm going to recommend for anybody interested in trading, you need to go and read Trading in the Zone. If you are nobody will do this thing for you. I have to be very honest with you. I need to tell you the truth so I don't need to lie to you. Nobody can do it for you. If you are interested to make money in this industry, you need to do it for yourself. So, okay, someone says something. Someone said, but you people are making money from these things. Why are you now asking money from people before teaching them? Bro, let me tell you something. I don't need to answer I don't even need to answer this question. I don't need to. This is not a question. If you like, pay. If you don't like, don't pay. You're not paying for me. You're not paying for me. If you like, pay. If you don't like, don't pay. Have I asked you to pay anything to me? If you like, pay to get course. If you like, don't pay. That is what. See, you that is asking this question, didn't you pay school fees to learn how to? Didn't you go school and pay school fees in your school, in your primary school, in your secondary school. You could have tell your teacher or your principal that you don't want to learn. So don't come and be saying we are making. See, anything you want in this life, you have to pay for it. You really have to pay for it. You're waiting for free things. There is a lot of things mentorship can do for you. One of the things I'm doing here in this in this live session, these are some of the powerful content that some people will not like to share. But I'm just sharing it with you guys. Okay, this is a poor mentality. Thank you, Sam or Joko. It's a very poor mentality. Look at what you're thinking. You're thinking you don't want to pay for knowledge. You're just joking. I want to use this guy's word, or law of Lagos, keep playing or stop playing. Anyone. Okay. Someone said, please, who authored this trading book? Okay, is Mark Douglas, Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. I have the book on my laptop. I usually read it every week. You can also go on YouTube and type in Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. If you see a lot of his videos. Like, one of the things he did was to be able to help you to understand how to trade psychologically. All right, please, can we combine sentimental and technical analysis? I don't have any business with sentimental analysis. Okay, I will drop the Trading in the Zone on the group. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop the link on the group. But if you're in this live session, please, I want you to do me a favor. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and turn on the post notification. How can I get Trading in the Zone? I'm going to drop it in the group. If you're in the group, I'm going to drop it there. Please, where can I? Okay, I'm looking at questions. Someone said, can you still review USD card? Yeah, USD card, like I said, USD card is at a very important structure. I'm not going to buy in. I'm not going to be selling. So I'm going to be seeing what the market does, because where it is now, anything can happen. All I need to do is to see what the market will do. Like I said, we don't predict, we react. Because when you don't have the money to predict where this thing will go, all you need to do is that react based on what the markets have done. Reacting. That's what we are doing. Once the market do this, this is what we are doing. It is called, this is it. I put it together. This is my trading plan. This is it. I have my trading plan here. This is my trading plan. This is my trading plan. And this is my mistakes. And guess what? These things are always on my desk. I don't trade on my phone. So every morning before I check my laptop, I will look at the trading. I will look at all my mistakes. I'll make sure that I don't repeat them. You need to take this business serious. You need to take it serious. So this is not just about trading Forex. It's more than that. You need to take it very serious. Someone say, how can I join the group? Okay. All right. Let me put up my number so you can actually send me a WhatsApp message so you can actually join the group. So let me. Okay, someone said I should analyze Euro JPY. Okay. All right, I'm going to analyze Euro JPY. Don't worry, I'm coming. Okay, so Beacon says, so we have been waiting for good signal. Okay. We've been waiting for good signal. Yes. Like I said, I don't like to give signal always. All I need to do is to look out for opportunity. I'm going to do analysis on USD JPY. So that's my number right there. So let me go to Euro JPY. Sorry, Euro JPY. I usually don't trade JPY any other pairs apart from US JPY. But let me do analysis for you since you requested that. Okay, so this is Euro JPY. Let me see what is happening on the bigger picture. So this is the weekly time frame, as you can see. So looking at for what is happening on the weekly time frame, it is very obvious that the market has possibility of what? Pushing up. You see, this is one thing you need to know. This is trend. You need to follow trend. So, don't just say, oh, we have pushed up heavily, we are meant to drop. You can't decide that. You don't have money to push the market to any direction. All you need to keep doing is to keep following the market until you are wrong. You understand? Until you are wrong. So looking at on a monthly time, so let's move on last week. Looking at some previous last week traded up and this closed down, closed Doge candle into we have analysis this coming and let's go to daily. Let's see. Honestly, I am so sorry. I'm having crazy bad network right here. I am so sorry. I know MTN has done their thing dealing with me heavily this evening. Okay. I had a very serious bad network. I am back. So I don't know if you saw what I said, if you heard what I said on the weekly time frame on Euro JPY. 2 weeks. We have been bearish for 2 weeks, which is the previous 2 previous weeks that passed. If you come to this day, what has been going on daily, you can see this is a very different action where we have a market now went up and down, was kind of like trickling up. So the person that is asking, I am bearish on Euro JPY. Now, where am I going to be taking a sell? I'm going to be taking a sell at this place on top here. If the market did not get to, which is 159.323, I'm not going to be taking sell. So it makes sense for me to sell from there. Yeah, it makes sense for me to sell from here. Yeah, because why? See what's actually going on. We can see this is another low. So we can just have a lower high, and guess what? New sell euro this place I just showed you. Once price get there, there's a high chance of selling here. Do not just think the market just dropping supply. One of the mistakes traders do. Well, that and expect market to drop from there. Don't just make this mistake. Oh, you can't hear me. Oh, See, I am seeing that my network is so bad. I'm so sorry. MTN has shown me the bad side of them. And I'm going to be ending this live session any moment from now because of how bad my network is. I'm going to be ending the live session any moment from now. Okay. So don't just try to sell from here. Now, will the market drop here? Yes, the market can still drop here. But because this is a new week, I might not try. I don't need to sell from here. Like this supply level, I don't think it will be that strong to be able to take the market. In as much as we are seeing reaction, there's a potential movement that the market can just easily move to the upside. We'll see the market maybe react from here and guess what? Find his way to the upside and still drop. So for the person asking on Euro JPY, I'm actually short, which is selling, but this is where I'm going to be selling on top here at 159.472. This is where I'm going to be selling. I don't know if you have any other question. I just need to end this live session because of how bad my network is. Is raining in Lagos and is affecting network. Is raining in Lagos and is affecting the network. Please, there are one newbie here. Can you teach us how to analyze charts? Okay. All right. If you want to analyze charts, you need to be part of our community. We don't do that here. It's something that you need to watch our recorded video section. You just need to go be a member of this YouTube channel, like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and turn on our post notification. Oh, someone said you can't hear what I'm saying. Well, I am so sorry. There is a bad network and I have to end this video here. I want to say thank you to everybody that have been watching me live. Thank you for watching and see you on Wednesday by 8 p.m. I'm going to be live. I'm going to be doing the same thing on Wednesday. Network has been bad, so I'm going to work hard to make sure that I'm going to get a better network. Beacon is asking me for GBP USD. GBP USD is actually still going down. Looking at what is going on in DXY, DXY is still strong. Like I said, from now on, I'm not going to be predicting anything. All I'm going to be doing is to react. Because sometimes you're not seeing me trading. That is why you don't know what I'm going to be reacting on. So I'm not predicting anything again. The last DXY I predicted is just for maybe to show you guys. But though there is nothing is 100%, nothing is 100%. But what I was actually doing is for you to be looking out for a sell at that level. So what I'm going to be doing from now on is to be reacting anytime we have a trade opportunity, and that is why you need to be in our WhatsApp group so you don't miss any of my analysis, any of my signal. Now, if you want to trade these signals, I give out these signals free of charge for you to trade. All you need to do is to check the link in the description below and sign up and open an account with SNS. You need to open an account with SNS using the link in the description. SNS is one of the best broker in Africa. He's one of the best. You can ask anybody, one of the best in terms of trading Forex anywhere in Africa. So just open an account with SNS and fund the account with $100. All right. Thank you for watching this live session and see you on Wednesday.